Welcome to CRAWMEN. This is the story of an agent who remembers neither his name nor his past. All he has is a bank account number and a set of deadly skills. When he opens his eyes, the whole world has already turned against him. Why they want to do this will be revealed as the story progresses. In the beginning of the story, we see some Italian fishermen in the ocean. They spot a body floating in the water and think the man is dead. Still, they throw in their net and pull the body out. This body is Jason Bourne's body. The boat's doctor examines the body and sees 2 bullet wounds on Bourne's back. He removes the bullets, but then notices something else inside Bourne's body that's not a bullet. The doctor cuts into the skin and finds a capsule, which turns out to be an electronic device. Inside it, there's a bank account number for a Swiss bank. As the doctor is inspecting all this, Bourne regains consciousness and suddenly attacks the doctor, asking him lots of questions. Who am I? How did I get here? That's when we realize that Bourne has completely lost his memory and remembers nothing. The doctor explains that they just found him and don't know much either. He tells him about the bullets and advises him to rest. Bourne then faints again. Next, we see the CIA office in Virginia, where we see Alexander Conklin. Some agents inform him that their mission has failed. What mission this is will be revealed later in the story. We return to the boat, where Bourne is now recovering and helping the fishermen. During this time, he keeps trying to remember who he is and how he got there. He becomes increasingly confused when he realizes he knows certain techniques, like tying ropes in unusual ways or speaking multiple languages, but he doesn't know how or why. Later, the boat reaches the shore. The doctor gives Bourne some money and tells him to go to Switzerland, as he might find the answers because the electronic device in his body had a Swiss bank account number. Bourne travels to Zurich and ends up sleeping in a park at night. 2 policemen approach and ask for his ID, but he has none. When they try to detain him, Bourne knocks both of them unconscious. He's shocked by his own speed and combat skills. He doesn't know how he did it. Scared, he drops the gun he took from the police and his jacket, and runs away. Meanwhile, we return to the CIA office, where agents are watching footage of a man named Wombosi, who says that someone is trying to kill him. The agents discuss how Wombosi is writing a book that could be dangerous for the agency, and they want to make sure it never gets published. Wombosi makes a demand to the CIA. If they don't want the book to be released, they must return all his powers and authority. Then we see Deputy Director Ward Abbott, who demands the names of everyone involved in the assassination attempt on Wombosi. Abbott meets Conklin, and they discuss Project Treadstone. Abbott asks if people involved in that project are behind the attempt on Wombosi's life. Conklin reveals that the operative he sent is now uncontrollable, and his team has been searching for him for 2 weeks. But he still hasn't been found, and after that, we see Bourne arriving at the bank whose account number he had received. Once inside the bank, Bourne tells them the account number. Then they give Bourne a box. When Bourne opens the box, he finds a passport inside with the name Jason Bourne and his picture on it. Along with that, there's an address in Paris written inside. Then, as Bourne removes another layer of the box, he sees a lot of money, a gun, and many more passports, all of which have his picture, but with different names. These passports are from various countries. Seeing all this, Bourne is confused and doesn't understand what's happening to him. Still, he puts all the money and passports into a red bag, leaves the gun behind, and exits the room. Outside, Bourne asks an employee how long ago he came to this bank to store the box. The employee says he's not exactly sure, but maybe 3 weeks ago. After hearing this, Bourne starts to leave, but then he notices a man watching him suspiciously while talking on the phone. Seeing this, Bourne exits the bank and calls the Paris address from a public phone, the same address he saw in the passport. But when he makes the call, he hears his own voice on the other end. Startled, Bourne hangs up and leaves. Just then, he notices some police officers nearby, which makes him even more nervous, so he quickly leaves the area. To find out more about himself, he goes to the U consulate. While standing in line for entry, he notices a girl arguing with the officer at the counter. Her name is Marie. She's demanding her visa immediately. As Bourne watches all this, police have begun to suspect him. They tried to catch him, but he escaped from there. After getting out, Bourne approaches Marie and sees that she has a car. He asks her for a lift, but she refuses to help. Then Bourne tells her that if she takes him to Paris, he'll give her $20,000. Hearing this, Marie agrees, and Bourne gets into her car. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Agent Conklin talking to Abbott and saying that he will erase all evidence related to the assassination of Wombosi. That's why he sends 3 agents to kill Bourne, because Conklin now knows Bourne is still alive. Next, we see Bourne arriving at his apartment in Paris. As he enters the building, a woman recognizes him, but Bourne doesn't recognize her. Even after arriving home, nothing comes back to him. He starts looking through papers to learn more about himself and discovers that he was in the shipping business. Then, when he redials a number on his phone, the call connects to a hotel. When Bourne gives his name, the person on the other end says that no one with that name has ever stayed there. So Bourne gives another name, John Michael Cain, since he has a British passport with that name. When Bourne says this name, the person says that Cain died 2 weeks ago in a highway accident. While Bourne is hearing all this, he feels someone is there. Marie comes out of the washroom. Just then, an assassin attacks Bourne. He is one of the 3 assassins sent by Conklin, but Bourne is an expert in hand-to-hand combat, so he overpowers him, breaking his arms and legs. Bourne then starts questioning him. He realizes Bourne won't let him live if he doesn't answer, so he jumps out the window and kills himself. When Bourne and Marie check the bag, they find a photo of both of them. They are now wanted. Seeing this makes Marie extremely anxious. After this, Bourne takes Marie and leaves from there, and shortly afterward, he puts a lot of money into a locker. Then, he takes out $20,000 from it and gives it to Mary, telling her that if she wants to stay safe, she should go to the police right away because he doesn't know how much worse things are going to get. He advises her to quietly go to the police and tell them the whole truth, that she has nothing to do with any of this. But Mary doesn't want to go to the police because she's extremely scared after seeing the killer and her own photo. After that, we see the CIA headquarters again, where the Conklin receives a phone call and learns that Bourne has killed one of his men. Then, all the police started searching for Jason Bourne. After a while, they spot Bourne's car, in which Marie is also sitting. The police start chasing the car. Bourne manages to escape and hides in a parking lot with Marie. They wait there until nightfall. Once night comes, they both leave and go to a hotel. Then we see the Wombosi being called to a hospital to identify Michael Cain's dead body. After looking at the body, Wombosi says that this is not the man they are looking for. Now we come to the Conklin, where the whole situation becomes clear. The real purpose of Operation Treadstone was to kill Wombosi because he knew something about the CIA that could destroy it. So, to eliminate him, the Conklin launched a secret operation called Treadstone. But the operation failed, and the Wombosi survived. Since then, he has become even more determined to expose the CIA. Frustrated, the Conklin hands the task to a new agent and also gives a contract to another assassin named Professor to kill Bourne. Meanwhile, we see Bond and Marie again. Bourne cuts Marie's hair short and changes its color so that no one can recognize her. During this, they get intimate. The next day, Mary goes to Hotel Regina and finds all the details about Michael Cain. She finds a bill there, and at the same time, Professor assassinated the Wombosi. When Abbott hears this news, he senses something fishy going on in the CIA. He then goes to the Conklin, since no one but he knows about the mission. When Abbott asks about Wombosi, the Conklin says he believes Bourne killed him since that was his mission. The mission failed 2 weeks ago, but now Bourne is back and has completed it. Conklin says they'll kill him once he returns. Meanwhile, we see Jason holding Michael Cain's bill and calling all the numbers Cain had dialed. He learns about a company called ASM. When Jason Bourne arrives at this company, everyone mistakes him for Cain. Someone there discusses business matters with him and gives him some papers. After seeing all this, Bourne becomes even more confused. Is he Jason Bourne or Michael Cain? To find the truth, he goes to the hospital where Michael Cain's body was kept, only to discover that the body has gone missing. He also finds out that the Wombosi had come there earlier to see the body. To unravel the mystery, Bourne goes to his house and finds that he has been killed. He finds a newspaper revealing that 2 weeks ago someone tried to kill Wombosi. He had pushed the attacker into the water and shot him twice in the back. The article also says that it was Bourne who killed him. After seeing all this, Bourne realizes he is a CIA agent and that he had used the name Michael Cain and had indeed gone on that boat to kill him. When the mission failed, the CIA tried to kill Bourne. Even after learning all this, he still can't remember why and how the mission failed. When Jason and Marie return to their hotel after seeing all this, they see that the police have already arrived. Seeing this, they quickly leave the hotel. Marie then tells him that it's the right time for her to surrender. He tells her that she shouldn't do that because she now knows too much, and they see her as a threat who could expose them. After this, Marie takes him out of Paris with the help of a friend. Soon, the CIA finds out where Marie is going, and they send the professor to kill them. we see Marie and Bourne staying at her friend's house. Marie's friend tells them that his dog is missing, which never happens. He never leaves the house. Hearing this, Bourne senses something is wrong and tells everyone to go to the basement. He then picks up a gun and shoots at a nearby oil barrel to start a fire, just to distract the attacker. As he searches around, the professor shoots at him, but he survives. Then he finds the professor, and a fight breaks out. After some time, he kills the professor. When he talks to the professor before he dies, he learns that the professor was also part of Operation Treadstone. Bourne asks how many others were in the operation, but the professor says he always worked alone and doesn't know. Then he dies. He realizes the CIA will never stop chasing him, and he doesn't want Marie's life to be at risk. So, he gives her all the money, keeps a little for himself, and tells her to go far away and start a new life. She says she won't leave him because they love each other. But Bourne insists that she must leave because the CIA will keep coming after him, and he doesn't want her to be in danger. Finally, he sends Marie away. After she leaves, he calls the Conklin using the professor's phone. The Conklin immediately realizes the professor is dead. Then he tells Bourne to bring Marie to him if he wants to live. He lies and says the Conklin's man already killed her, and if he shows up, they'll kill him too. Then he agrees to meet at 5 p.m. Later, we see the Conklin and Abbott talking. Abbott is frustrated and tells him to finish things quickly and kill Jason Bourne. Conklin arrives at the meeting spot, and Bourne watches him from a distance. He notices some people nearby and realizes they are with him. So, he tells the Conklin he won't meet him because he didn't come alone. He then approaches the Conklin's car and plants a tracker on it. That night, when he reaches a safe house, Bourne arrives there too. To distract the guards, he sets off car alarms outside. He then confronts him at gunpoint and demands to know who he is and why everyone is trying to kill him. The Conklin gets angry and says he is nothing but a failed experiment by the U.S. government. He then asks Bourne why he didn't kill the Wombosi during the mission. Hearing this triggers flashbacks for Jason. He remembers reaching to Wombosi on the boat and pointing a gun at him. But when he sees Wombosi's wife and children, he hesitates. At that moment, guards shoot at him, and he falls into the river. He tells all this to him and says he wants the CIA to believe Jason Bourne died 2 weeks ago so they'll stop chasing him. The Conklin refuses, saying everything they're saying is being recorded and being heard by many people. Hearing this, he gets furious and knocks him out with a punch and leaves. While leaving, another fight breaks out. He overpowers all the guards there. After overpowering all of them and defeating them, he escapes from there. Shortly after, we see that Conklin is killed by a man, who is the third killer assigned to kill Bourne. This man was tasked with killing the Conklin, and this was done to end everything related to the case because he was now the biggest threat in this case. After a short while, we see Marie, who now lives in Greece and has set up a business there with the money Bourne had given her. Just then, he arrives and tells her that finding this place wasn't that difficult. But the story doesn't end here. Jason Bourne goes on to face even greater challenges. The name of this movie is The Bourne Identity, and it was released in 2002. This film is the first in a trilogy, and there are 2 more parts you can watch. If you liked this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to CRAWMEN for more such content.